Hello, this is Jersey,
And Lauren.
and I am how many weeks on T?
I don't know.
I am over 5 months, so I'm about 5.5 months on T. You gotta lean down. And I'm making a video because my voice has changed so much, and I just heard it while I was recording Lauren sound like an old lady from 8 Crazy Nights, and I heard myself in the background, and I was like, holy crap, that's me. It's really awesome because everybody knows I'm male now, and I even have a beard, and I'm really happy about that. Look, you can totally see my mustache. Turn the light on. I have a mustache. That's my mustache. And can you see my beard? Can you see my beard in the video?
I don't know.
Maybe you should turn it around. Oh, you can't while we have it recorded. So a lot of things have changed, including my voice and my facial hair. What else has changed? My body continues to change.
Body hair.
My body hair. Oh yeah, my hair has gone all the way up my thighs. I don't know if you can see, but I've never been a leg shaver or armpit shaver since I was very, very young. And so just to like watch the difference in the thickness of my hair, put Mila in the video. Come here, Mike. The difference in the thickness of my hair is pretty awesome. Yeah, my leg hair is super duper thick. And there's Mila. And my thigh hair is getting really thick. My armpit hair, I was a pretty hairy dude before, but it's really expanding now. I'm getting sideburns. I have a beard, like I said. It's pretty even. I have to trim it with scissors, and what I'm not doing is I'm not shaving it. And I don't shave so I don't get acne. So I just trim my beard. It's funny. Can you see it in this video? That's really weird. It's really long. It's across my whole face, but mostly on my chin. My brother has very dark hair, like almost like black hair, and I'm more like dirty blonde, light brown. The lighting in here is hard to see my beard, and it makes, yeah. But my mustache coming in really dark, and my hair here is coming in really thick and like a blonder color. So even though it started coming in months ago, and it's still really blonde, and I think that my brother, who has really dark hair, he even has like a reddish beard that kind of like runs in my family. So I don't know what color it'll be, but yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's very obvious, people comment on it all the time. Yeah, totally. In the outside world, passing has become just a really normal thing. It's like literally, I mean, in the last several weeks, it's been like 100% of the time. Maybe I can't even think of the last time I was called she or female. Using men's bathrooms is a new. I mean, I've been doing it for a really long time. Even before testosterone, I would kind of figure out like what was safest with bathrooms. That's like a whole different. That's something I could talk about for a really long time. But right now, it feels like what I have to do. I don't have a choice. I have to use men's bathrooms. In Portland, at the queer bars, most queer bars have gender-neutral bathrooms, which is really cool. Because the bars here are very like trans inclusive. Obviously, not all the bars are that way. But last night we were at Sassy's, which is this like really cool dancer bar, like strip club. It's a rad place. I don't just go to any strip club. It's very like the women are in charge. I have a friend who was a dancer who is very like, this is a a good place to go. There's a lot of queer people that go there, and I was like, I really have to pee. This is not the best place to have to pee. Because yeah, there are obviously men, even though it, it is a strip club I like to hang out at. Not like all the time or anything. I'm sounding kind of weird now. And I was nervous to be in the bathroom. I was waiting for the stall. There was like a lot of men at the urinals and waiting for the urinals, and I was waiting for the stall, and there was a guy in the stall, and I was really, really nervous, and I was kind of like waiting in the corner with my head down, and people kept accidentally bumping into me and being like, oh, hey man, hey cool, sorry man, keep walking into you, whatever man, and someone accidentally hit me with the stall door and was like, oh bro, I'm so sorry, and I just kind of like calmed down, like, okay, everybody knows I'm male here. So yeah, it's really crazy to just go everywhere and be called male. I came out to this woman who at my job I was doing like outreach for the campaign. It's a campaign to legalize marijuana, and there's this paper here called Roots. Roots is houseless people putting like paper together, a newspaper together. It's really rad, and there's this woman I see all the time, and she was talking to me, and she's like, oh, I was asking about the edition, and she was like, oh, it's a really cool edition, but maybe your girlfriend would like it more. It's all about like women and women's rights and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm actually transsexual. And she was like, what? Oh my god, really? And I told her, we talked for a while, and we talked about how to and not to kind of talk to trans people. Like, I told her that might offend some people, but for me it was really, really cool. I see her all the time. I've known her for the last, how long do you think we've known her? A month and a half, and I haven't really talked to somebody who I haven't been out to, not purposely. It's just somebody I never told I was trans. And she was, she was blown away. Like, she was just like, she said, she has a lot of trans people in her life as like a houseless woman at the shelter. And she just, even after telling her, she was just like, I told her this wasn't the most appropriate thing, and she learned a lot of things from talking to me about like how to talk to people who are transitioning or have transitioned, and after talking to her, I realized maybe I can make like a handout or something for people, especially like at shelters, about how to talk to people, how about not to out people and stuff like that. But for me, it felt really, really good to kind of get this reassurance, like, wow, like, people don't even know I'm trans. Like, that's not why people are calling me he all the time. It's not that I'm passing as a trans guy. I'm passing as a guy. So that felt really good. And, I'm really, really proud to be a trans guy. I'll tell the world I'm a trans guy as long as it's safe for me. And that was the other thing I told her. Like, as for right now, I'm comfortable with people knowing I'm trans, but I don't want her to like tell everybody. Well, she sees me working. I just don't know, even in Portland, if it's always the safest situation. So just real quick, a couple other big changes. My body just continues to change. Hi, Lauren. Lauren's staring at me right now. I'm nervous when she stares at me. I just knocked over water. I'm so nervous. My body continues to change. My hips are thinning, and my body just broadening. My shoulders broadening. My muscles just getting like much more defined. And it's not that I'm like broadening, like beefing up or anything like that. It's just that my muscles are defining. So like my thighs are getting much more like masculine, and like my butt, and I'm kind of developing like this like 4-pack, maybe a 6-pack in the next several months. We'll see, but it feels really good. And if I had top surgery now, I think a lot of people would be able to really, really tell the vast change in my body. But my friends talk about it. I'm totally gonna do this. I'm gonna be this person. I would never do this because it would make me really nervous, but I'm gonna show you my arms. Is that weird, Lauren? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've just had like a really big change in like muscle mass. You can see like my arms look like just really male defined. And like my shoulders, and that feels really awesome. And in my like body, and even like my stomach. I'm not gonna lift up my shirt. I thought about it for a second. Yeah, it's really awesome. My butt feels different. My feet feel different. Like my hands feel wider and like longer, and feels really good. What else? Can you think of anything else, Lauren?
Your hair looks different. Like the quality of your hair is different.
Yeah, my hair, this is something I've talked about, but my hair is different. And what feels good now is I've gotten used to it, so I've gotten kind of haircuts where, how to like work with that. When I go in and I tell the hairdresser that I'm trans, and, in the past, to cut my hair like a guy's hair, and that, you know, I have these, like, my hairline's changing. It's more square up here as opposed to like, can I look at your hairline? Mm-hmm. As opposed to like, is that on your face? Is that on, to Lauren's hairline, it's very like rounded up here. And my hairline's very like square at the top, right? So before, it's almost like, yeah, we'll cut your hair like a guy's hair. We're not going to make it very feminine. But something happens, and they just don't do it. And that's really frustrating. And I would imagine that's very frustrating for people who don't, like take as high levels of testosterone as I do, or that don't, like, or that maybe identify as, like genderqueer, but want their hair to look more masculine, and people don't perceive them as male, which maybe they don't identify as male, but they want their hair to look a certain way. I suddenly saw this change last time I got my hair cut. I'm being fully perceived as male now, so I got my hair cut like a guy. Imagine that. You know, I've been keeping journals and keeping logs of just the change and how people treat me and how people view me. You know, a lot of different things I'm experiencing, and I've definitely been keeping track of it. I definitely want to give a big hello to my Nana. She watches these videos, and you know, she keeps telling me how handsome I look every time she watches them. So thank you, Nana, for being so supportive. I don't know if you could possibly know what a huge impact that makes on my life, my transition. Every time you tell me how amazing I look, and you know, every time you tell me you've watched one of these videos, or she always checks out the pictures I post online. My Aunt Jamie shows them to her. It just makes such a huge impact on my day and my week, and I feel so great. And all my friends know about Nana. She's just so amazing and so supportive, so thank you so much. And thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to show you guys my little dog. Portland's been awesome. It's so great living around so many trans people. I love it. I just can't believe how many trans people live here. It's like absolutely crazy. That's what I told the woman I was talking to the other day, the one who I told you just was really surprised that I was trans. She said that she had never met somebody who, she said it in different words, but who had passed so much. Like, she said everything about me, like I was just such a man, you know, and even after telling her, she just couldn't believe it. She just couldn't even like wrap her head around it. And you know, there were a lot of problematic things she said, and we talked through those, and I told her, you know, you have met thousands. She's lived here a long time, and I told her, you have met thousands of trans people in Portland. Okay, so here's one of my little dogs. Can you see him? Oh gee, say hi. He's like totally talking to you right now. Can you hear him? This is like my son, my child. That's Oshi. Oshi has a whole lot of biological family that a lot of my friends have. My friends in San Francisco have his brother. My friends Nikki and Gina, who are visiting right now, have his cousin. My friend in Humboldt have his mom. My Other friend in San Francisco have his dad. Other friends in Humboldt have his uncle and his cousins. It's awesome. And you guys have seen Mila today. Sleeping off all the exhaustion. She's sleeping, sitting up, and then she's gonna